Oh, what an adventure! Get lost with Google Maps. Hey everyone, how is going? Alright, I finally got this little project finished. Now we bought a little 300 watt inverter. Yes, the brand name is covered up. Basically, you know, I do that these days. If they're not a channel sponsor, then I don't sponsor their product. So I wired it up. Now this didn't have a remote or anything on it, but as you can see, so I'm going to power up the everything here. Now that's a 50 amp circuit breaker. On this big wire I got a 20 amp fuse, and on the this I've got it's a rated, this is a rated at 20 amps. I've got a 15 amp fuse in there. Now we don't intend to use anywhere near as much as 300 watts. What's 300 watts is what, 27 amps, isn't it? Watts divided by volts, anyway, something like that. I can't do the math in my head right now. So what I've done is I've wired it through the switch. Now when we're camping, this battery and everything's left on, so the car can help charge the trailer and the trailer can help charge the car. It goes either way. It's absolutely brilliant the way I've got this system. So what we do, we come here, we turn this on, and that's flat out. So when it's hot, you know, if you get those hot summer's nights, we can put that fan up there blowing into the tent, running off this beautiful 130 amp hour Solar King battery, and that'll run that fan. It's got a timer on it, so usually we set it for 60 minutes and it just keeps us cool while we go to sleep. If we warm up and it's still too hot, then we can set it for another 60 minutes. It's totally brilliant, those fans. And when we get up in the morning, or if it's cold and we want to run the electric blankets only draw a couple of amps on position number 1, which is all we've ever needed them. When we have electric blanket in the rooftop tent, then we just do the same thing, plug the electric blanket in and plug it in here, and then hit that switch to power it on and off. And when we're finished, the inverter turns off. You heard it beep then when it turned off. I'll show you this again. That's the inverter on. Inverter off. And that way I'm not powering the inverter by leaving it all on. It's just simply charging. And the beauty about these outlets, and that's it, they're flat, they don't take up much room because we sit our toilet in here. And yeah, I mean that's how I've mounted it. That's how I've put a remote switch in for it. The wires are well overkill for that particular job, and it's all done correctly and absolutely beautifully. And what that means is, just with that little remote switches, we don't have to keep opening up this back door to get to that, so it's less dust that gets in there. Alright, of course I've got my filter system in there and the marvellous Solar King batteries. You all know me, I love them. They've been bouncing around the bush with me for a couple of years now. Through rough country and corrugations you had to believe to be there, and they're just yeah, they are what they say they are. They are give you 100 amp output, okay, which is plenty for me. It's always been enough for me, and in the camper trailer of course we got another 2 of them. So there you go, people. And yeah, it just works really Really good, really good. I'm so happy with it, and it's all just controlled from this switch. The other one controls the UV filter on the water filter system, and this one just this little night light here. And we're happy with the way it works. It works brilliant. Love it long time.